What's something that doesn't get enough? I was at this restaurant with my parents and little sister. One of those places with mascots walking around and arcade games blinking in the corner. We just wanted to eat our food like normal humans. But the family next to us had other plans. Their kids were screaming like someone stole their souls. One kid was throwing chicken nuggets at his brother like he was auditioning for Dodgeball National. The other one was climbing the booth like it was Mount Everest. And the parents? On their phones, scrolling, liking Instagram posts, completely unbothered. My dad looked over at me and whispered, "Are we being punked?" I didn't know, but then it got personal. One of the kids climbed onto our table. Not his table, ours. Reached over, grabbed a fry off my plate, and ate it while making direct eye contact. I froze. My brain couldn't process what just happened. This kid just committed theft in broad daylight and his parents didn't even blink. My mom, being the polite person she is, turned to the dad and said, "Hey, do you mind keeping an eye on them? They're getting a little wild." He looked up from his phone like she just insulted his entire bloodline. Then he said the most infuriating sentence I've ever heard in my life. "Kids will be kids, sir. Your child is literally standing on my chair right now. His shoe is touching my jacket. I can smell his fruit punch breath. This isn't kids being kids. This is a health code violation." My mom just nodded and turned back around, but I could tell she was 2 seconds away from snapping. Then it escalated. One of the kids found the crayons they give you to color the placemats, and instead of coloring like a normal child, he started throwing them. Not at his brother, at us. One of them flew across the table and hit my little sister right in the face. She gasped, touched her cheek, and started crying. That was it. I stood up, walked straight to the front, and asked for the manager. The hostess looked concerned and said, "Is everything okay?" I said, "No. There's a feral child throwing art supplies at my family and his parents are doing absolutely nothing." The manager came over. Very professional, very calm. He walked to their table and said, "Hi folks, we've had some complaints. Can you please keep the kids a little quieter?" And suddenly, like magic, the parents snapped into perfect mode. The mom smiled sweetly and said, "Oh, they're just playing. We're so sorry if they were loud." The dad nodded and added, "Yeah, we'll keep it down." The manager looked at them, then at us, clearly skeptical. He was about to walk away when one of the kids stood up on the booth, scooped up a full handful of mac and cheese, and threw it. Not at his brother, not at the wall, at the mascot. The entire restaurant went silent. Even the arcade game seemed to pause out of respect. The manager's face went from, "Let's be reasonable," to, "You've got to be kidding me." He looked at the parents and said, "You need to leave." The dad's jaw dropped. "Are you serious?" "It was an accident." The manager pointed at the mac and cheese sliding down the mascot's fur. "That wasn't an accident. That was borderline assault from a child." The mom tried to protest, but they were already being escorted out the door.